Hello everyone, and welcome to Thinking with Mathematical Models 1.2. Our learning targets today are very similar to 1.1. We want to be able to make tables and graphs to represent data, be able to describe relationships between variables, and be able to use data patterns to make predictions. Our ACEs for 1.2 are going to include number 1, 18 and 19, as well as 21 through 28. So we're going to start on page 10 here, and this time we're going to be looking at bridge length and strength instead of thickness and strength. The last one we tested different thicknesses, and we found out that the thicker the bridge, the stronger it was, as long as its length stayed the same. So now we're asking, how do you think the length and strength of a bridge are related? Are longer bridges stronger or weaker than shorter bridges? So pause the video if you need to and think about that for a moment before we continue. Now, experiment's going to be similar. We're still going to use the virtual bridge experiment instead of using the actual paper and pennies. But as you see here in the book, it tells you that we want lengths of 4, 6, 8, 9, and 11 inches, and we're going to go with the thickness of just 1. So if we run over to my website real quick and we scroll down, clicking on our length for the bridge, we want to make our thickness down here to 1, and as it said, we want to start with a length of 4, so bring it down to 4. Do what you need to, add as many pennies as you need to be able to break the bridge, and then we'll change that length to 6, 8, 9, and 11, and make sure in a table that we are recording all of our data. As it says, make sure you have your data for all 5 bridges. And then I want you, for problem 1.2, I want you to complete parts A through D. The real question is, what do you expect will happen in this experiment? Will it take, as the longer the bridge gets, what's going to happen with the number of pennies? And then are variables the same this time as they were last time? So think about that a little bit, see if you can answer those questions. What variables did we have in 1.1, and what variables do we have here in 1.2, and are they the same? Part A, make a graph, then describe the relationship between bridge length and breaking weight. How is that shown by either the table or the graph? And then use the data from your 4, 6, 8, 9, and 11 bridge lengths to predict the breaking weights for bridges of 3, 5, 10, and 12, and be able to explain to me how you made your predictions. And then finally, part D, compare your data from this experiment to the data from the experiment on bridges with different number of layers or thicknesses. How is the relationship between the number of layers on a bridge and its breaking weight similar to the relationship between bridge length and breaking weight, and how is it different? So should be a fun comparison, figuring out differences between thickness and length. So good luck with that. A reminder, ACEs 1, 18 through 19, and 21 through 28. Let me know what questions you have when you come to class.